Hi friends, this week on French Food Friday we're going to need 4 pears, some sugar, some cinnamon sticks, and for a chocolate sauce, some semi-sweet chocolate chips, some heavy whipping cream, some vanilla, and some ice cream. Next you're going to take your pear and you're going to cut the bottom off of it so that it can sit flat. Then you're going to decore the middle of it. You're going to try to get out the core and all of the seeds that are in there. It's okay if you accidentally cut through the sides of the pear. It's not going to hurt the recipe, but you want it to look as pretty as possible. So it should look something kind of like this. Next you are going to take a potato peeler and peel all of the skin off of the sides of your pear. So they should all be skinless and coreless except for a little skin in the stem at the top. Next you're going to add a half a cup of water and 3/4 cup of sugar and 2 cinnamon sticks in a pan that will fit all 4 of your pears. You're going to bring that up to a boil and then you're going to let it simmer for about 5 to 8 minutes without stirring it till it starts to turn brown and into a syrup consistency. Then you're going to slowly add 2 cups of water. I recommend using warm water so that you don't run the risk of turning this into cinnamon candy. Not that I accidentally did that the first time or anything. Once you have your syrup completely dissolved in your water, then you're going to go and add your pears. I first put my pears down in there right side up, but I realized that it would probably be better for them to be laid down. And after about 7.5 minutes, you're going to flip them over. The full cook time is 15 minutes, so about 7.5 minutes on each side should cook them through. And you're going to cook them until a knife slides into all of them pretty easily. I took these out and then remembered that you're supposed to let them cool down to room temperature while they're in the pan, so I put them back in the pan and let them cool while I made my chocolate sauce, which consists of 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. On medium heat, you melt your chocolate chips into your heavy whipping cream until they're all melted and it's smooth. Then you take your sauce off of the heat and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla to it. Once your pears have cooled, you can put them out on a plate and then pour your chocolate sauce all over top of them. Then to plate them individually, you add your pear and a couple scoops of vanilla ice cream. And voila! Hi friends, welcome to another episode of French Food Friday. On this episode of French Food Friday, we're trying Poires Belle Hélène, or Beautiful Helen pears, I think is how it would be pronounced. It is a poached kind of candied pear covered in a chocolate sauce with vanilla ice cream. I think I'm going to have to go get a knife for this real quick. I am back with a knife. So let's try this. One thing in French cooking is you never let your fork leave your left hand. Like you're always, when you hold your knife and fork, it's always in your left hand. Let's try this. Bon appétit. That is really sweet with the pear. That is the chocolate is a good bittersweet, and the vanilla ice cream, they all go surprisingly well together. Let's try another bite. One thing about this is that you have to serve it pretty quickly or ice cream will start to melt. One thing that's really good about the pear is there's still some substance to it. Even though that it's poached, it's not just mushy. I mean, I like that. This would be a great, simple, easy dessert to make if you're wanting to impress your friends. Um, this dish actually comes from, I think it's called the haute French cooking tradition, which is one of the original fancy upper class bourgeoisie French cooking traditions. And so if you ever want to impress your friends with a simple, easy recipe that looks really pretty, that tastes really good, this is definitely something to keep in mind. The cinnamon flavor, I'm just kind of now getting it, and it's a nice subtle part of the pear. Yeah, I would definitely give this an 8 out of 10. I'm definitely going to try this again, keep this recipe in my back pocket, just for whenever I have people over to my house to impress them and show them a little bit of French culture. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of French Food Friday. If you have anything that you would like for me to try, please drop it in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my Facebook and YouTube channel, Jacob with the Hannah Project. Hope you have a great week, and can't wait to see you on next French Food Friday. Au revoir, à bientôt.